Today we're going to read this book called Dandelion by Don Freeman. This is a book I had when I was a kid, and I just found a new copy of it. On a sunny Saturday morning, Dandelion woke up, stretched and yawned, and jumped out of bed. After doing his daily exercises, Dandelion looked out of the window, blinked his eyes, and said, "I wonder if the mail has come." He put on his sweater and went outside to the mailbox. There was the letter, and it was written in fancy gold ink. "Dear Dandelion, you are invited to my tea and taffy party on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Come as you are. Sincerely, Jennifer Giraffe." Dandelion was very excited. "Why, that's today," he said. "It's a good thing I planned to get a haircut." As soon as he had washed and dried the breakfast dishes and made his bed nice and neat, he ran down the street to the barber shop. Lou Kangaroo had a chair waiting for him. First, he trimmed Dandelion's hair. Then gave him a shampoo. Dandelion thought he should have a manicure too. That's noisy. When Lou Kangaroo had finished, Dandelion looked a bit foolish. His mane was frizzy and fuzzy and completely unrulish. "Maybe a wave would help," Lou suggested, showing him a picture in the latest fashion magazine for lions. If you're going to play with that, you need to go in the other room. Dandelion agreed. This was exactly what he needed. So Lou went about curling his mane.
Where's Dandelion?
Dandelion is the lion. Lou is the kangaroo. He looked magnificent, but now Dandelion thought he really should wear something more elegant than a sweater to the party. "This jacket is the very newest style," said Theodore the tailor, "and it just fits you. All you need now is a cap and a cane. Happy Crane will be happy to help you." What a dapper dandy he had suddenly become. "It's nearly 3:30, said Dandelion. "I've just time to get something for my hostess." A bouquet of dandelions would be perfect. He knew this tall door very well, having been here many times before. He rang the bell. When Jennifer Giraffe opened the door, she looked very surprised. "Yes," she said. "What can I do for you?" "Why, I've come to your party," he answered. "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but you are not anyone I know," said Miss Giraffe. "You must have come to the wrong address." And with this, she closed the door right in poor Dandelion's face. "I'm Dandelion," he roared. "You've made a mighty mistake." But there was no use knocking. The door stayed shut tight. Dandelion began walking back and forth, up and down the long block he paced. And as he paced, the sky grew dark. Then a sudden gust of wind sprang up and blew away his beautiful bouquet. And his snappy cap flew off. To make matters worse, it began to rain in torrents. Dandelion dropped his cane and stood under a weeping willow tree.
Big willow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But the rain poured down through the branches. Dandelion was soon soaking wet, and his curls came unfurled. He took off his jacket and hung it on a willow branch. Luckily, he had kept on his sweater. At last, the rain stopped, and the warm sunshine came beaming down. Dandelion decided to sit on Jennifer Giraffe's front steps till his mane was dry. While he sat there waiting, he spied 3 dandelion flowers under the bottom step where they had been protected from the wind and the rain. He picked the dandelions and said, "I think I will try again." And he rang the bell. "Well, well, if it isn't our friend Dandelion at last," said Jennifer Giraffe. "We've been waiting for you for the past hour. I do hope you weren't caught in that awful cloudburst." Everyone at the party greeted him heartily. Later on, when all her guests were enjoying tea and taffy, Jennifer Giraffe told Dandelion about the silly-looking lion who had come to the door earlier. Dandelion almost spilled his cup of tea as he reared back and laughed uproariously. "Oh, that was me. I was that silly-looking lion." Miss Giraffe was so flustered, she got herself all tangled up in her long pearl necklace. "I do apologize for having closed the door on you," she said, blushing. "I promise never to do such a thing again." "And I promise you I will never again try to turn myself into a stylish dandy," said Dandelion as he sipped his tea. "From now on, I'll always be just plain me." So there's a lot of things to think about with this story. You can think about the beginning. How did it start? What happened in the beginning of the story? What sort of things were happening in the middle of the story? And then, of course, a lot of stories have a problem. What was Dandelion's problem? How did Jennifer Giraffe react the first time Dandelion came to the door compared to how she reacted the second time he came to the door? Why was it different? How was that part of his problem? And we're thinking right now, we're not saying it yet. And what lesson do you think Jennifer Giraffe learned? Do you think she learned a lesson from Dandelion's problem? Could all of the friends in the whole room have learned a lesson also since they were there? And what lesson did Dandelion learn? I think they learned different lessons. In the letter at the beginning, Jennifer Giraffe says, "Come as you are." So, how is Dandelion in the beginning? When she says, "Come as you are," what do you think she meant? How did she want her friends to arrive at the party? And then you think about how he did arrive. Is that what she had in mind? Maybe not, but at the same time, can't people just be who they want to be? Sometimes you might want to be dandy, and that's okay too. So there's a lot to think about in this story. Think about beginning, middle, end, problem, how it got solved, and there's always a lesson to be learned in these stories. Hope you enjoyed it.